happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Our game tonight featuring the Miami Heat as they go up against the New Jersey Nets. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Right, we could be in for a low-scoring game considering this is a matchup of two defensive-minded teams.
Yeah, and Kevin, I know for casual fans, low-scoring games might seem unexciting, but if you watch carefully, great defense is really fun to watch. So I'm pretty excited.
Kidd, no good. Heat on offense. And Jones has it in the corner. Over Kidd. And it's Jones. That's on the assist by Grant.
You know, he's a gifted scorer. Eddie Jones, very capable of doing a lot of damage from the mid-range.
Kicks the Kidd. Martin with the screen for Kidd. Offline with his three. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
And first time out of the game called for New Jersey. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. That's a two from Kidd. The rebound by Grant.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
A three-pointer is right on target. Jones has got 7 points.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And Jefferson wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by New Jersey.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high-percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Jones, no one around him. And the Heat, another three.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Jefferson kicks to Collins. It's Martin on the wing. Kittles passes to Martin. And again, unable to change momentum here. Heat have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. And that one's good by Butler.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. Big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Timeout called, the Nets. Jefferson kicks to Collins. Jefferson against Butler. That's good from Collins on the assist by Jefferson.
Great dime that time from Jefferson, a swing man who knows how to find his open teammates, too.
Here's Barry. Grant for three. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson. Nets trail by 12. And the pass to Kittles. Three-pointer. He can't get it to go. Well, he'd go the other way with it. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
Here's Collins. Heat knocking down the tray. Stolen by Grant. Outside Butler. Pass to Barry. Outside Jones. Great touch on the 16-footer. Jones has got 15.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Kidd. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Cleveland.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Really good decision from Jones that time. Excellent job finding the open teammates.
Nets trail by 19. Outside Jefferson. Here's Kittles, defended by Jones. Here's Martin. And the Nets miss again.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Trying to get open is Odom. And the basket by Jones.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Kidd, no good. The Heat leading by 21. Shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Now here's Kidd. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To stop the run. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
Here's Jefferson, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Caron Butler. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Kidd, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And something we've seen the last couple years, more and more overseas players, Greg, making their mark in the NBA.
Yeah, Dirk led the way a few years back, and having a big star like Yao Ming come into the league, the NBA might explode in overseas talent.
Kidd, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Here's Barry. Kicks it out to Jones. Grant the pass to Barry. Jefferson with the double team. The shot's good from Barry. Barry's got his second basket of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And now only one away from being in the penalties.
Yep, the next one puts him on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Anderson comes in for Jason Kidd. Here's Barry. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Now, here's Anderson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Anderson with the double team. Grant, that's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here is Anderson to the paint, and he converts the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Barry, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
And here are the Nets now. The Heat getting the bucket. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Barry.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
He dishes it to Jones over Anderson. Grant gets a wide open look. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Anderson finds Johnson. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Barry. Barry's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Odom, and he uses the glass on the layup. Odom's got his third bucket of the night.
Working the blocks nicely. Lamar Odom dumps it in from inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for New Jersey. There's the lob to the hoop, and Jefferson throws it down.
And I like the unselfish mindset of Kenny Anderson. Knows his role is to really run the offense, and that's what you like in a reliable point guard.
Bucket is good.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Now here's Jefferson. He has 5. Feeds it to Martin. Over Butler. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Odom buries it from three-point range. Odom's got 9.
And I love how Odom stretches the floor. They're always ready to shoot from distance when the defense isn't focused.
Now here's Johnson. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Williams dishes to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Barry. He takes it in.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Anderson outside to halt the run. No good. Good D by Jones. Anderson's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Odom on the wing. Floats one. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Barry. Fires the 3. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Grant's got his 4th assist in this one.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now, here's Johnson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Martin. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Take a look at the Heat. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Nets. They're in 3rd place.
I think for the Heat, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Oh!
My goodness. Lamar Odom terrorizing that rack with the ferocious throwdown.
And here are the Nets. Jefferson kicks to Johnson. Anderson outside. And again, no good by New Jersey.
Even in close to the hoop. That's a tough one to drain when the defense is that stifling.
Got that one up quick. Odom's got 13.
I like seeing Odom look to knock these mid-range jump shots down because he's certainly got the ability to do so.
And Anderson has it in the corner. To end the cold streak. It's hauled in by the Heat. Grant's got 7 rebounds in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Odom's shot, good.
Right now, Odom all in his bag. He's a very effective scorer when he uses his pull toolkit.
The pass to Williams to the left side wing. Anderson outside. Down low. It's stolen by Odom. And so it's Miami with a huge lead. The break, safe to say there's no catching him today. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We come back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
And here is James. Here's Barry. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And that's 17 points for Big Daddy.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Kidd passes to Williams. Here is Rogers. Back to Williams. To the middle. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Lets it go with a three. And the Heat, another three.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Here is Rodgers. Back to Kidd. Takes a three. Rebounded by Wallace. Miami's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Barry, and there's the drive.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Now a timeout called by New Jersey. Collins checked in for Williams.
Jason Collins.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Kidd against James. Kittles passes to Johnson. Inside. Kittle's shot is good.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Barry. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Looking to get it going. Kidd, no good.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Chalmers. And the rejection by Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. The shot's good from Barry. Barry's gone an incredible 5 of 5 shooting from the arc. 15 points coming on that 3-ball. Here is Rodgers. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Kidd. Fires it up. It's hauled in by Barry. Barry's got his 7th rebound here tonight. On the wing, Wallace. From beyond the arc. Traps in the tray. Wallace has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Collins. They need this. Rebound by the Heat.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Shot is good off the back rim and in. Wallace has got 5. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the Nets miss again.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Kidd passes to Johnson. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. From about 19 feet, Collins shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First team foul.
And things coming into focus in this season now. Greg, teams pretty much know where they stand at this point.
And that's why it's such an important time of the year, Kevin. As a franchise, you know where your problem areas are, and it's time to address them or start planning for the future.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Kidd, no good. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power. Oh, the power on that threw down.
Goodness.
The superb basketball IQ of Jason Kidd, scanning and surveying the whole floor and then zeroing in on the ready shooter.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Barry. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And that's 31 points for Big Daddy.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Back to Johnson. No good. Shot missing. Nice defense from Wallace. There's the three. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Kicks it to Kidd. Johnson outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Jackson. Over Kidd. Jackson misses.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Nets making a change here. Martin's checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Nets, Kenyon Martin.
Outside Kidd. Nice move. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal.
And when you think of elite floor generals, how could you not think of Jason Kidd? I mean, he makes everybody around him better all the time.
Both free throws good from Kidd. And here are the Heat now. Oh! Man. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Barry going inside.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
New Jersey has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Johnson wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. Wallace outside. Tries a three. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
This is what happens when he gets on a roll. I mean, you're not going to see a better rhythm shooter than this guy.
Outside Martin. Three-pointer, Kidd, and it's Miami with the rebound. There's Jackson with the three. Martin gets the rebound. New Jersey with the ball. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Gerald Wallace grabs the miss.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Johnson kicks to Kidd. And that time, also a missed shot.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Hits it from three-point range.
He is having a remarkable first half from three-point land. He's been dialed in since the moment he stepped on the court.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside, Martin. 6 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Good on the shot. Collins has got 8 points.
Just a really good job there of finding the open man by Martin. Very unselfish play.
Here's Barry. Covered by Johnson. Shot's good from Barry.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Pass to Johnson. Outside Kidd. Here's the teardrop. And no good that time. Nice defense from Wallace. So it's Miami now. To the paint. And another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Kidd dishes to Martin. Back to Kidd. Knocks it loose. Now Wallace. 16 points for him. Barry. And another basket for Miami.
If you're waiting for him to miss, he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Here's Kittle, guarded by Jackson. Kidd against James. Martin with a screen on James. The feed to Martin. That's tipped. Takes the three. Buries the long-range jumper. James has got 5 points in the quarter.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
The Nets working the ball around now. James against Kidd.
2 minutes remaining.
6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. The pass to Barry. Launches a three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Johnson, the pass to Kittles. Trying to find Martin. He's got it now. 11 feet away. And it's Miami with the rebound. Barry's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Jackson drives in. Pass to Barry. From deep, James gets it to go from beyond the arc. James has got 8.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Johnson outside. To the right side. Passes it to Martin. Outside Kidd. Lets it go from deep. That shot off. And Miami the other way now. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Barry. He's guarded by Johnson. And again, Miami with the triple.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there's the pass to Martin. They need this one. Rebounded by Chalmers. Martin with the bucket.
Good to see Martin taking the aggressive path inside. He knows how effective he can be when he does that.
Barry the pass to James. Over Collins. And that one off the back of the rim and in. James has got 10 points now. Now, just in this quarter. Just 3 on the clock. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Heat out front, delivering the blowout.
Vanessa.
Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Kidd against Jones. Pass to Jefferson. Jones against Kidd. Clock at 6. Right wing. Here's Kittles. And the three off target. Kittles has gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. To the middle. Odom's shot. Good. Odom's got 17 now.
And what energy from Odom, just outworking the defense right there.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Kidd passes to Kittles. And a minute played as the second half gets going. For 3, Kidd drills it from outside. 5 points in the game. Barry the pass to Odom. Over Martin. And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. The 19-foot shot. They get the rebound. Collins misses from close range. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Grant kicks it to Odom. Butler passes to Barry. From about 16, another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Outside, Martin. Passes to Collins. That one, no good. Nice D from Odom. Kidd with the double. Here's Barry. And again, Miami with the triple.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Kittles passes to Martin. Down low, here's Jefferson. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Pass to Jones. From deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Right side Jefferson. When you compare the numbers from the 80s, mid-90s to today, scoring, Greg, and pace is down. Why?
Well, I think the game has become dominated by big men, and so that lends to slowing it down, trying to grind out wins.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Williams, he's checked in for Collins. And it's Anderson in for Jason Kidd. Count that one.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
New Jersey has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully.
High-level skills being showcased out there now, fellas. I mean, that was a terrific hoop.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Outside Jefferson, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense in anticipation there to stop it. For the 3. The pass to Jones. Odom dishes to Jones. Connects from three-point range. Jones has got 8 here in the quarter.
Quick, rapid-fire thinking from Jones right there. I like when he takes that shot with no hesitation.
Outside for Martin. Stolen by Grant. Barry the pass to Butler. Rebound by Williams. And it's Anderson with the ball for the New Jersey Nets. Good ball movement here by New Jersey. Williams, a screen on Jones. Anderson with the ball. Guarded down by Lamar Odom. Williams. Some solid defense from Grant. Heat on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. Jones for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Jefferson passing to Kittles. Right side, Williams. Shoots from the baseline. It's hauled in by the Heat. Grant's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Butler from outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Butler's got 9.
And how about Odom facilitating the shooter there, not holding the ball or forcing his own shot.
Martin, the pass to Jefferson. Back to Martin. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Martin's got his second basket of the game.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Here's Barry. Again, what an avalanche. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Anderson against Jones. Here's Williams, and Williams throws it down.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
First personal foul.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
The Nets making a switch here. Rodgers is checked in. Three-pointer, Butler. The rebound by the Nets. Jefferson with it. 7 points in the game. Pass to Rodgers. Back to Jefferson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jefferson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, that's terrific work on the inside from Jefferson, showing how comfortable he's become operating down low.
Hands it from downtown.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Passes it to Rodgers. Anderson outside. Fires from the line. Again, the Nets for 2. Here's Barry. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
And Odom is a rarity, that tall, slender forward with guard-like passing ability.
Here is Anderson. And Jones pulls it down. Butler feeling out a bit. And again, Miami with the triple.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be gone.
It's deflected. Left side, Grant. No good on the 3. New Jersey has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Lays it up off the glass. Anderson's got 8.
Well, I like the opportunistic attitude right there, as well as the aggressive finish inside.
Kicks it out to Jones. There's the triple. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight.
From deep, Jones definitely has the green light, and you just saw why.
It's Anderson with the drive. Dishes it to Williams. Back to Anderson. Miami grabs the miss. Barry's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. A deep three from Butler. And again, Miami with the triple.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Anderson outside. Takes it inside. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Butler. Outside Odom. Rebound New Jersey. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Anderson passes to Williams. Got a hand on it. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. He's got 6. So it's Miami now. Here's Barry. Good. That's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Miami shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
On defense, Miami. Jefferson. He feeds it to Johnson. Count the basket. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Here's Barry. And again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Pass to Anderson. Williams sends a screen for Anderson.
2 minutes remaining.
To the wing right side. It's stolen by Odom. Now the pass to Jones. From the arc. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
1:44 left to play in the 3rd. Jefferson kicks to Johnson. They double-team Johnson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. He'll have a jump ball. Rodgers passes to Anderson. Johnson with it. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Shot clock at 5. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So for the Nets, Collins comes in for Rodgers. And Jason Kidd has subbed in for Anderson. Here's Jones. 33 points for him. Feeds it to Grant. Good ball movement here by Miami. Took him no time at all on that one. 68 points for Big Daddy.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Here's Collins. They get it back. Here's Johnson, and Jones sends it back. They recover it. Collins trying to break free. Kidd, no good. And Miami has possession. Pulls it from the elbow. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. New Jersey has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Kidd kicks to Johnson. Over to the wing. Jefferson against Butler. Will it go? Jefferson's shot is off. Jefferson's got 3 of his 9 shots to fall. To the inside, Odom. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Odom's got 23.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Kidd against Jones. Kidd passes to Jefferson. Now Kidd. The 3. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Miami, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so Brown will bring it up for New Jersey. And it's Miller in the corner. The dish to Williams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
Barry misses. And here are the Nets. Marshall dishes to Miller. Inside, here's Williams. Off on the layup. Here's Perry. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Brown feeling it out a bit. There's Williams. That's good on the assist by Brown.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Coles can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Rogers checked in for Williams. And Brown drops them both. The Heat have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Here's Barry. Here he goes.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Miller outside. Pass to Teague. And we're seeing more and more high schoolers coming straight to the NBA. Some wish the league would require players, Greg, to wait a few years first. Why is that?
Kevin, I think the concern is talent evaluation. But if you give high schoolers an opportunity to compete at a higher level, scouts should have plenty to dissect.
The Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Marshall passes to Brown. Pass to Rogers. Here's Barry. He's covered by Brown. Here's Coles. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Coles got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Brown outside. Rogers passes to Miller. Shot clock at 6. T kicks to Marshall. There's Brown with the 3. No good that time. Now the Heat take it the other way. Here's Hansen. A 3-pointer off the mark. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
The kick out to Brown, looking to end the run. And Coles pulls it down. Miami's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Pass to Marshall. And it's going to be out of bounds. New Jersey will retain possession. New Jersey making a switch here. Anderson's checked in.
Kenny Anderson.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. They grab their own miss, and it's Brown missing. The Heat have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hansen. Miami no good on that time either. Net shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Brown dishes to Anderson. Looking to get back on track here. And they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Wallace. And there's the pass to Hansen. The offensive rebound. It's House outside. Sinks the triple. House has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Anderson passes to Marshall. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Anderson outside. Clock at 4. Trying to end the drought. Here's Teague. Goes up again.
And for all the things Anderson does well, it's his ball handling that's the most incredible. He honed those skills growing up as a playground legend in New York City.
There's talk of a new dynasty rising in the East, and a lot of people think, Greg, the Nets could be a championship team.
I mean, New Jersey's a talented squad with a young core, and they had a great run in the playoffs last year. But that kind of experience is priceless.
House, the pass to Barry. He got it again. Sensational.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. To the left wing. Wallace against Rogers. It's hauled in by Barry. The Heat shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Outside, House. And the Heat, another three.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Anderson wide open. And again, no good by New Jersey.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Left side, Anderson. He dishes it to T. 5 on the clock. Misses the baby hook. And it's Miami's ball. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Pass to Hansen. Heat moving the ball around.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And so Marshall will bring it up for the Nets. Here's Teague. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in. Teague's got his first bucket in this one.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possession.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
They double him with Wallace. Here's Rogers. His three-pointers off the mark. And Miami shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. The shot's good from Barry. New Jersey has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Anderson finds Martin. Here's Kittles. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And that one's good. House. Vanette shooting a rough 22% so far in this one.
Heat foul. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Anderson inside. Wallace covering. And the Nets miss again.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Passes to Kittles. Outside Jefferson. Pass to Martin. Here's Kittles. 6 to shoot. Back to Martin. To halt the run. Rebounded by Hansen. And Miami shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Here's Barry. And good. He hits it again.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. That's tipped. And he makes that one.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Outside Jefferson. No one near him. The shot misses.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
Hansen can't hit.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And finished off by Martin.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Williams, he's checked in for New Jersey.
Aaron Williams.
Here's Barry. Cranes the three-pointer.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Anderson passes to Rogers. Outside Jefferson. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Barry. Kicks to House. Fires the three. Rogers pulls it in. New Jersey has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Puts one up from 19. Offensive rebound.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Jefferson with the double team. Here's Coles. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Nets shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Anderson passes to Rogers. Outside Jefferson. To the paint. And there's the feed to Williams. Tries yet again. And Williams throws it down.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Big Daddy.
what more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Here's Jefferson. Drives to the hoop. It's hauled in by Barry. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Miami foul. Bingo. First personal foul. Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's the pass to Collins. Good ball movement here by New Jersey. Shot to stop the run. Rebound by House. James looking around. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.